Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 535 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined by everyone's favorite Hokie fan, Stephen Kyle Brackey, looking sharp in the VT shirt. And you're just going for it, huh? With the neck sleeve?
Yeah, the gator.
Wow.
So much easier than the mask. Just
Wow.
go like this. It's much more comfortable.
I'll feel a lot
boom.
safer if you wear that the entire show, please.
Okay.
And the maskless Ben Askren.
Saw those stupid Wisconsin people.
What'd they do now?
Oh, there was that one article that circulated that Wisconsin DNR was telling their employees that they need to wear masks when they're on Zoom calls.
That was in Wisconsin? I saw that.
Someone tweeted us that.
It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
Explain
bother
to
reading the
people.
article because I know there's just no way you could be that dumb to have to wear a mask while you're on a Zoom call.
Well, listen, there's a good chance that this will offend some people that listen to this show, just because of how many people I see do this.
Listen to the show.
But it doesn't matter, and how many people listen to the show. But
Get 'em, Christian.
if you wear a mask in a car, I don't know. I don't know how this happened. I don't know what you think you're doing, but I don't know how it is in Wisconsin. There are way too many people wearing masks in cars by themselves. I don't understand it at all. But if people are wearing it on Zoom calls,
There have been a few times where I've worn the mask into the store and then I come out and get in my car.
yes.
And I forget about it. I start to put the car in reverse and then I forget I still have the mask on, but then I do take it off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that, but I'm thinking this is a lot of people. Is that Mariah is still talking trash on me?
Yeah.
Saying I get hurt
So,
by DeSanto.
Yeah, you definitely would.
You would. I already made fun of people for this, Christian, and their excuse was that it was just easier to leave on.
Okay. It
And
is.
so,
It is. I'll tell you, it is a real pain to take those things off. I mean, I can't tell you, hours taking it on, putting it on. I mean, then where do you put the thing? Oh man, yeah, I get it. It is time consuming. But yeah, sorry, I'm not anti-mask. Wear masks, but
It's saying that, so I'm reading the article, and it's saying that they're wearing masks when at home to set a good example for the community.
okay.
I
Is the
guess,
community
whatever you
inside
want.
your house? I don't understand. Good for them.
Who knows? It's strange.
Just don't try to make me do it. So,
What
okay.
if we had to do the show with masks on, Christian?
I'm doing it.
Bracky's literally doing it.
Becky, take it off. Come
Yeah,
on.
take it off. You're gonna make people mad. You're not.
All right.
You're gonna overheat. I can't have that. All right,
They actually
Ben.
said the neck gaiters now. We went ahead and bought 300 freaking neck gaiters for people at AWA, and now this week they're saying neck gaiters are actually worse for the spread.
I don't know. They
Well,
literally
kids
said the article literally said it's worse than wearing no mask, which makes no sense.
How could that be true?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Again, the goalposts move every week on this one, so you never know what will be or won't be safe from day to day. Okay.
Yeah.
So some recruiting news from Stephen Kyle Brackey. You want to get into this? Dead periods.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dead period is just a forever dead period apparently.
Yeah.
Because it's been
It's
extended
been
until
extended again.
until September 30th. So they're just keep kicking the can down the road.
Stop.
Yep.
This is awful. What are juniors gonna do?
Are your guys kind of freaking out a little bit?
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. They're losing their minds. And but now it's been a dead period for we're going on what 6 months now or something.
Yeah, I mean they started it in March.
March, yeah. Oh my God! Wow. I mean, so that leaves obviously for junior going. Well, now they're almost seniors now. That leaves literally what 6 weeks? October
Yes.
1st to flip in November 15th for their signing period.
Yeah, dude. They're not. I don't think they're gonna lift this thing either.
No, yeah, I would be surprised if there's visits until 2021.
What?
Why? I mean, they're not letting. I mean, the Big Ten's not playing football till January.
Those kids have been on campus for
Think about the
months.
Think about the Ivies. They're no sports till 2021. I think it's what's going to happen. It's terrible.
Wow. I don't know how much you guys are appreciating it, but I don't know why I find them to be so funny. Have you guys been watching all these things where they like take a movie and then they put a conference logo on that person?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
They're
Like they did
hilarious.
with Ricky Bobby. They did with Jerry Maguire. Oh my God. I don't know why they're so funny, but I just die laughing every single time I see one.
I retweeted a Mean Girls one the other day. It was like the girls in the convertible, and then it had the Big 12,
Uh,
the SEC, and the ACC logo, and it said, "Get in, losers. We're playing football."
Seriously.
oh, it's really so fun. I don't know why. Like every time I watched that Ricky Bobby one like 4 times and just died laughing every time.
I'm paralyzed.
I haven't seen that one yet. I don't know if we can legally play it, but
You got it. You'll enjoy it.
okay,
You got to watch it.
We'll find it. What are you doing in terms of? Normally, you would give us an update for the various trees you were pulling down, the destruction you were waging on your own personal property. But I haven't heard of any equipment rentals or stump grinders or anything like that. Is there anything?
I saw you guys.
Anything new on the
when
farm?
When I logged on, you guys were messing with that video of me pushing that the tree down at the lake this weekend, which I don't know. I died watching that too because it was just out of the blue. I saw it. I wanted to push it over. Rachel, who works with me, she was with me. She started recording, and she was being a total Karen the whole time. And I just pushed that effing tree over like a real man would.
Well, I guess the main issue is what the heck? Sorry, I got distracted. What?
There is no issue. That tree was a danger to humanity, and I pushed it over.
But it wasn't on your land. It was just someone else's tree.
It wasn't your tree to push over.
No, like I told Rachel, that was a public tree.
It's a
That
public
tree
tree, which
was-
means
it was
anyone in the
looking at me
public
the
can
wrong
push
way.
it over.
Yes, that's exactly what it
That's
means.
not going to hold up in court, Ben. I'm just saying. I just hope you don't end up in any legal trouble. Because the legal system in Wisconsin, as we know, has put many an innocent man behind bars. At least one. Potentially.
Yeah, that video went kind of viral. That was funny. So let's see. What's the update? Well, most of my course is done. Like the major stuff is relatively done. All the holes are cut in, and now it's just kind of fine tuning everything. I'm gonna build some tee boxes, etc. You know what Jacob Rosh is coming over to do today? For about 6 months, that knucklehead Keegan O'Toole, he snapped my key off in the ignition for my Gator. Right,
Keegan, just
The
chill
key's
out
been
with the
in the
key.
ignition. So if you laugh, I got it, but it's a key, and now it has this little tiny metal stub, right? And you can stick the stub in just enough to turn it on, and then then the key is tied to the Gator because you need it to then turn it off also, right? Because it doesn't stay in there. So he's replacing the ignition today, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Whoa, Jacob Roshka's that handy?
Oh yeah, he's good. He's real good.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, good update. Good luck with the Gator. Don't electrocute yourself, Jacob Roshka. I don't know if there's a risk of that, but I don't know anything about changing
Probably
starters or whatever.
real low level risk.
Low level risk.
I'd say.
Okay. A risk that Ben is willing to take on Jacob Roshka's behalf.
He offered. I said, let's do it.
Okay. So we've been doing Ben Askren set up basically the old Olympic style pools for us determining our dual rankings. Bracky tried his best.
The
and
top 10 at least.
The top 10.
You're not messing with 11 through 25.
Yeah, don't even touch it. Not if there's a fire. You can't mess with those. But we are doing some pool play. Yesterday, if you listen, we did which duels?
We did.
I got the
Cornell,
whole list.
Ohio
We did-
State.
Yep. We got Cornell beat Nebraska on day 1, as did Michigan beat Penn State. And day 2, Nebraska beat Ohio State, and Cornell also beat Ohio State. So Ohio State went 0 for yesterday.
Wow. This is this is like better than the national duels. These are way
Damn
more.
straight.
Actually, they're more
I
real
did-
than the national duels are right now.
They are. I did get a text yesterday, Christian, from Dr. Brian Snyder, saying,
Wow.
You really should have called me about our lineup. And then I said, okay, what did we mess up? And then he ghosted me. What the heck?
Okay.
So something's not right, but who knows what it is because he never responded.
Thanks, Doc.
Man, I'm looking at it. I don't even know what. Maybe switch between Hardy and Davenport, or maybe Rob's not moving up. I don't know.
I could have swore I heard Rob was moving up.
Yeah, no, I think that's what we heard.
I doubt we're drastically off because who's on the bench
Right.
of this group?
Or maybe they're redshirting
Hardy?
Rich Lovett. I don't know.
They could do that. Yeah, would Cronin go up and Thompson another year? I don't know. Thompson go up?
I
We'll
texted him that he ghosted me, so maybe we'll get live time updates.
Yeah, maybe so, but maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal could be there. But the worst part is we'll just never know. We'll never know what lineup they're gonna
We'll
have.
literally never be able to figure it
We'll
out.
never be able to find out. No one knows.
At least not till January 1st.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, what's the next duel we're going to do, Steve and Kyle?
You got him, Steven?
Ben's the one that's
Kyle?
got the pools.
I got the pool. So we have 2 duels left in Pool A, or 2 duels left, and then we got to wrestle these guys off, and the winner gets to wrestle Iowa. We have NC State versus Michigan, and we have NC State versus Penn State.
Okay, let's do NC State versus Michigan. What do you think?
Okay, I got to get my bracket thing up. Give me 1 sec. But yes, let's do it.
Hopefully Pat Pop texts you and says we messed up his lineup as well. Hey, where are the Hokies?
They're 11th, I think.
Oh my gosh. How convenient.
Jeez,
How convenient.
Kyle, man.
Fine.
All right, I'm
Here we
ready
go.
with Rumble when you guys are.
All right, we're rumbling right now. And we're starting with at
NC
125.
State, Penn State.
Oh no, Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So Jack Medley, he can do 300 push-ups without stopping. Actually, they tell him to stop. They're like, okay, we get it, dude. You can do a lot of push-ups. Versus Jacob Camacho, who's really, really good. Beat Jack Mueller. Could have been a freshman AA, but we will truly never know this.
Yeah. I got Jacob Camacho. He came on strong. He had kind of a slower start, came on strong, looked great at the end of the year. I got to assume he's continuing to improve. I got him.
I'm a big Jacob Camacho fan. I think he's super good, super
Technically
skilled.
a COVID All-American.
Technically a COVID All-American. So, yeah, can't take that away from him. Then the next one up, Stevan Micic versus Jarrett Trombley. This one will get late early. Stevan Micic, super duper good. It's a very tough matchup for one Trombley. Micic, kind of an underrated bonus point scorer as well. He's underrated on top. He can pile them up pretty quickly for a guy that's more known for his freestyle. He can bonus.
You look at his 3 years at Michigan, 52%, 72%, 60% bonus rate.
Damn good.
That's really good. So
Yes.
don't you forget it. Stevan Micic will put you on your freaking back. Okay. Oh my gosh, here we go. Joey Silva versus
stop.
Tariq Wilson. What are you stopping?
Every time. I don't know how you keep this gimmick up, Christian.
What's that, a gimmick? He's legit.
It's not a gimmick, it's a lifestyle, dude.
Yeah, it's a
He
lifestyle.
didn't
is what it
qualify for
is.
NCAAs, Christian.
That happens. You know who else didn't qualify for NCAAs? LeBron James,
Who?
Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady. Thank you.
Okay, I have no rebuttal to that.
I know that.
Straight to the league.
Listen, yeah, Silva maybe should have just went straight to the league. I don't know. So how would he do in this matchup? Listen.
Stop.
This is a match. Kyle Brackey said, tell Ben Askren this is a match.
I mean, it will be a wrestling match.
Oh my! I'm gonna fight you.
Get him, Kyle. Get him.
I mean, what did you see out of Joey Silva last year? They're like, yeah, he's gonna beat Tariq the Freak.
Tariq has lost to some guys. Let's look some of the guys that beat Tariq Wilson. Listen, I'm a big Tariq guy because remember going into Vegas, I said last year going into CKLV, my big prediction was. Remember we were doing Tuesday headlines?
Yeah.
That was a short occurring. And I said, you got to shoot big. And mine was that Tariq Wilson would be number one by Monday. Because if he won Vegas, he'd have been number one. Didn't happen. Didn't come close to happening, in fact. But So let it not be said I'm not a big fan, but he lost to Michael Blockus, right? That was kind of a surprising loss. He lost to Angelo Martinoni, who I don't know.
Doesn't count.
He lost 13-11 in TB2. How have I not watched that match? Is this real? Am I looking at the right person? Yes, this is Tariq Wilson. That happened. Okay.
That happened. So, but okay, listen. Joey Silva is no Angelino Martino.
You don't even know who Angelino Martino is because you didn't even say his name right. Because neither did I.
Oh man.
Listen, I'll take. Listen,
It doesn't matter what you take.
Yeah, we can make a wager. I've got Silva in this one.
Oh, for God's sake, Christian. Brecky, you know who to mark down.
Yeah.
Y'all are some haters. I can't wait. One day, vindication. He's got 3 years left, and he's gonna.
I got a lifetime update, guys.
Okay, here we go.
Rob's gonna be 57.
Okay.
Yvonne and Hardy are fighting it out for 149, and there's a bunch of folks fighting it out for 165.
Okay.
All right.
That's the deal. So Rob is staying at 57, despite what you heard.
Okay, that drops him. That drops Nebraska down. Because who's their 65?
Really?
Doesn't help.
Who are
I
they?
originally had, when I did this, I originally had John Heinrich as the guy at 165.
Maybe Chris Heinrich.
His brother.
That'd be big if he had some.
If they
Had
got
some
Chris
wrestling.
Heinrich eligible and down to 65, they'd be in good shape. Yeah, I don't know anything about John Heinrich.
Pretty sure he's an Iowa kid. You
All
guys continue on. I'm gonna look up
We'll
John
continue
Heinrich.
Okay.
on. So Silva won
49.
there. Storr versus AJ Lighton. Gotta give Storr the nod here.
Yeah. Definitely Caden Storr's getting the win here. Lighton, dude, NC State does such a good job of getting people better because I never thought AJ Lighton was very good, and he just kept getting better and better and better, but Caden Storr's winning.
Yes, and then Hayden Hidley versus Will Luan. Not a good matchup for Will Luan. I guess not many people are for.
Did they wrestle last year?
Hmm.
I'm looking it up.
I don't believe so.
obviously
I don't know where they
we're
would
gonna
have.
go
I don't know where they would have wrestled.
CKLV maybe.
Oh yeah, Hayden. No, they did not wrestle.
Okay.
So Hayden gets the nod at 57, and then we go, okay, Cam Amin versus Tommy Bullard. I know Bullard's ranked number 7 right now, but to me, Bullard's difficulty to generate offense is going to keep this match pretty dang close. But I feel like he's a guy with some tricks, and against a freshman, he'll catch him in a counter. Cam Amin will shoot. Bullard will do some sort of tricky counter and take him.
I feel like that's a really good outline of how the match is going to go. Yeah, I mean, Thomas Bullard, another guy who good high school career, not great at being in college, and has continued to improve. Kind of a theme among NC State guys, and I think Cam Amin's going to be good, but I think Thomas Bullard wins.
Okay. Yep, we're going with Bullard there, and then he's got the Martinoni match.
It's real. It happened.
It really happened. He really lost 13-11 in tiebreakers.
Who is the guy? I've literally never heard of him.
CSUB.
Yeah.
Roadrunner.
Oh, yeah, Baker. Okay, Roadrunner. That now Luke
Me.
Smith's gonna get mad at you again, Christian.
Who's gonna be mad?
My buddy Luke Smith.
Oh, I didn't make fun of him. I'm giving.
No,
credit
remember he brought up the what
Luke
was the guy
Smith's a
who did the
CSUB
backflip,
guy.
right? Yes.
Right. Why would he be mad at me? Because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Oh well, you didn't either, Ben.
Was it Chance Bailey or Rich Bailey?
Rich Bailey.
That was okay. Did
The
the
original
backflip first.
The original backflip. So we're going Bullard over Amin, and then you gotta go Massa over Bullard at 74, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But are you sure? Are you really shocked to see an upset there?
I would be kind of
Especially with the mat wrestling, like what if Bullard goes straight up, chooses top, rides him out, something?
Sure, but I don't know. I mean, it's certainly a possibility.
Let's go Massa.
Go Massa there. Hidley at 84.
You're going Hidley for sure.
Yes. And then Amin for sure over Renan.
What if Nick Regan kicks it back into gear? Remember when he made the
Final X.
Remember when he made Final X against David?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That happened.
he did. He beat some guy. Didn't he beat Richard Perry?
Yeah,
Yeah, Richard Perry was dang good.
really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. We got a bit even that version of Nick Regan. I don't think beats Miles Amin, personally. Though I do think he's very good. It would be very competitive though.
Yeah.
Then Mason Paris, I think he's gonna get bonus here. I think you got to give this win. So you got to give Mason the win, and then I think you've got to give this duel to Michigan for the bonus.
At 33 and heavy.
You got
All but guaranteed bonus at heavy and pretty close to it at 33. And plus some of the, if you look at, I'll say 41 and 65, there's a little bit of upset potential there where I don't, for Michigan, where I don't see a lot of upset potential other than Bullard being able to pull an upset, right? So
I don't think there's.
we have to declare Coach Bourmet's Wolverines the winners here in this totally fake match that is determined
I would
very
declare them
real
the winners
rankings.
also.
So then it's NC State, Penn State.
Yes. So let's get Coach Kale's squad up in here.
Coach Kale.
All right, so we're going to start
right.
off with Brandon Meredith versus Jacob Camacho because we don't think Robbie Howard's wrestling this year. Actually, there's a good chance a lot of these guys don't wrestle this year. They're just going to try to snag up all the red shirts. That's my prediction.
So these are legit fake duels because they legit will never happen.
Super fake. Super fake. Okay. So, Meredith over Camacho, very simple. Camacho the winner. RBY over Trombley, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Lee over Tariq Wilson.
Well, you trying to go speed mode, Christian.
Sorry, what's to say?
It's all good. You're okay. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to.
Maybe the only thing you could say is, could they trade bonus point wins at 25 and 33?
That is a possibility.
But then they would just cancel each other out if they were both majors, you know?
Dude, Nick Lee could bonus Tariq Wilson.
Maybe.
He is a ridiculous point scorer. Okay, then we go 49. This will be a close one. Leighton and Verclaren. But
McLaren's not close matches.
that's, yeah. So I
True.
guess it doesn't need said, but I'll just say it.
But we're going for clearing, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then Hidley,
Sorry.
Berge. That'll happen.
Going Hidley.
Yes.
course.
This one's interesting.
Joe Lee versus Tommy Bullard. I like
going
Lee.
Bullard.
But I think this is another similar situation where a little bit of the senior savvy, experience in a couple positions. Joe Lee's going to take a lot of shots probably. One of them he'll end up getting hit in some crazy Tommy Bullard counter.
They're
And
yeah,
they'll
he's
struggle on
just
bottom.
tricky. Yeah.
Yeah. Then our Ben Askren's pick to make the 2021 Olympic team, Carter Starocki. Probably over 10.
I didn't go there.
Listen, I can't pick a match you'll pick against this guy. It hasn't happened. There's no one you won't pick him to beat.
Cornell. He's gonna wrestle Foca, and then who's 174 for Iowa? Because that's who he's gonna wrestle eventually.
Well,
we have
Oh,
Michael
no, Penn
Kimmer
State
there
lost,
right
you're
now.
right. No, Penn State lost. Penn State's not gonna go to the. They're not going to the finale. He's gonna be out. You're right. I'm picking Soroki, and he's not gonna lose in our FloWrestling National Dual Meet Tournament.
right. Yeah, but you love Carter Starocki, even though you call him Staroki. You're the only person. But it's okay.
Good name.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Good name.
It's better than Starocki, so
Great.
that's what I call him. Okay. Brooks versus Hidley. Oh my gosh, this is a great one. This is the marquee. These two met at Fargo in a at the time, Hidley was the favorite. And Brooks
Really?
yeah. And
What year was that, Christian?
17?
Might have been
Really?
16.
I think it was 2017.
Wow. Let's see.
It's one thing I will remember over Kyle Brackey.
Hey, can I go off on something real fast?
Would you please?
You know what I can't stand? I can't stand when people start trying to pick on Aaron Pico's age. And I'm not like an Aaron Pico guy. I have no relationship with him whatsoever.
You love him.
But he was 19 years old in April of 2016. Like, that's not all that old. There are plenty of high school kids who turn 19. Obviously it is on the older end, but it's not like some insane anomaly that people try to make it out to be.
Yeah. So he's 1 year older for his grade.
Yes. And he's wrestling grown men. I mean, it's the Olympic team trials. And there's that saying, oh my gosh, Kyle Snyder won. Yeah, Kyle Snyder is literally the youngest world champion ever. And what he did was equally as amazing. But don't try to use it to take something away from Aaron Pico.
Yeah, I did see that. I thought about texting it to you. But like he was almost 20. This was quite old.
Are you sure? I looked this up and it wasn't as close as I thought. Pico. I'm gonna look up his birthday.
Or his birthday's in September. His birthday's in September.
Oh yeah, he's 23 right now, so he would have been 19 and a half roughly, right? Fourth month versus the ninth month.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been 19 and a half.
Yeah. There's a decent
old.
amount of growth that goes on there. Yeah, he's old. But it does.
Yeah.
Like when listen, your age does matter. Your physical maturity and what you're able to do. And that's why Gable, how young he was like, I'm pretty sure he was 17 going into college, right? Very, very young.
Well, he was a first year junior his senior year of high school, which means at some time during that year he turned 18. I mean, we could probably look it up. But I guess my point is like, was Aaron Pico old? And the answer to that is yes, he was. But is he that much older than most of these other guys? And the answer to that is no. Like, I would guess for, say, Mark Hall, he was probably a couple months older for the grade. Same thing with Spencer Lee. Same thing with some of these other guys.
Logan
there are
was
guys
old.
Logan was old. I mean, I graduated high school at 17, so I would have been on the way younger side. I was like the youngest kid in my grade. But, I don't know. It just annoys me when people try to use this against him. It drives me crazy.
Well, I don't understand why it annoys. I mean, I think it's really a fair thing. It's like the difference between if he was in his regular grade, if his grade was aligned with his actual age, he would not have been in high school when he made the Olympic trials finals, right? So if he had just been on the regular track, so that's the difference, right? And if Kyle Snyder was like a holdback, he would have been a world champion, made the world team.
Well, okay. No. Okay, so I think he's older, but let me break it down to you. Like, let's see. So he was 19 that year. Mm-hmm. Or was he going to turn 20?
He was going to turn 20 in 2016.
Later that year.
Yes.
Okay, because most kids, I said the majority of kids, their second year, junior year is their first year of college. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, their last junior year is their first year of college. So he was 1 year older than those guys. If you're super young, you could have 2 years of college and still be a junior.
Yeah, right. I understand all that.
I think it's real. I just think it's really petty. I think it's so petty to say, "Oh my gosh," but Aaron Pico is so old. Like, just shut up. Like,
no, it's not petty though. I don't think it's petty. I don't think they're trying to minimize how good he is. I think it's.
I feel like that's exactly what they're trying to do.
When the entire discussion around is age based, okay? Because you're saying best high school as an age group career, then your age matters, right? So you confine it to an age discussion, but then you have a guy that is older than, I'm not saying all of them, but he's older than most of them. I don't think it's petty. I think it's not a reason to dismiss, but I think it's a notable footnote, right? I think it's like, of note, Gable Stevenson was 17 when he went into college and was winning Junior Worlds.
Was he really?
He turned 18 in May. I just looked it up. So, but everyone was freaking out because he
May
wrestled
of his freshman year of college.
No. May of his senior of high school.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's very normal.
He was 17 at the U.S. Open when he had that like top 4 run and was beating dudes. Yeah. Okay. That was in April, so he hadn't turned 18 yet.
Got it. So I just think it's worth mentioning now, and if you took. Because there's a physical maturity component. It's like, it's one thing when it's best college career is one thing because everyone is basically equally mature right? But if you get an extra year, think of the growth your guys see in a year from freshman. So I think it's notable. I think it's worth mentioning.
Okay.
And at the
Okay.
age group level, he didn't win He did not win worlds. He made 2 junior world teams, and he never won. Right. So
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Listen, let it not be
Okay,
said on that Team
I-
Pico.
Okay, I just feel like people are petty, and I feel like, but you're right. And the other thing that made me think about it was why wasn't Snyder included in our discussion yesterday?
Yeah, I have
He
no
probably should have
idea.
been.
That was probably just an oversight. It wasn't on the question, and then we were stupid and then didn't think of it.
Didn't add it. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's definitely up there. We think about because
Yeah.
he won Junior Worlds as a junior in high school.
Junior.
And then he graduated and he got bronze. He lost to Makoev. It was kind of surprising. Then the next year he freaking won Senior Worlds. And had he been Pico's age in high school, he would have made the world team at that point and then went on to be a world champion basically several months after getting out of high school. So, yeah, Snyder's definitely up there. We've had some all-time great high school wrestlers last few years.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that got to do with Trent Hiley, Aaron Brooks? No one really knows, and who cares? That was just a fun little detour.
I'm watching their finals right now. It's not as fun as Gianni Sasso was yesterday, but it's a pretty good match so far. That was what he bought.
Yeah,
he
the
just bombed
Wizard.
him.
The Wizard, yeah, that was really nice. I did not think.
nice.
I thought Brooks was going to. I forget who I thought was going to win that. But either way, Brooks won decisively.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Who you picking in this matchup?
I got Brooks.
I'm going to go the same way.
Yeah, it's not as big of a blowout as
No
the Fargo
way.
match,
No, it's
but
tight. It's
Aaron
tight.
Brooks wins.
Nick Reno versus Michael Beard. Good luck here.
That's interesting.
This is interesting to
Did
me.
they wrestle at the Scuffle? I feel like they did.
Oh, you might be right.
I'm going to
If
look them up.
so, I think, yeah, they did in the quarters.
Beard beat him, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I would assume so.
518 is the file. Is how long the file is. Does this?
No, he won 1-0.
no, it doesn't.
Must have wrote him out or something.
Wow.
Or didn't choose bottom. One of the two.
Yeah, Renan looks like he went neutral in the third. He didn't want to go under Beard apparently. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
But
for
yeah,
real.
I guess I'll go with. I don't know. I'll go with Renan.
okay.
I'm gonna go with Beard.
He wasn't full form last year. I don't know.
I mean, the last time I think we saw him full form was Final X.
2018.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
you
going to
guys
go
can
Renan also.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it 4-5 going into heavy, and it's Kirkfleet versus Deontay Wilson, and I will select Daniel Gregory Kirkfleet to be the winner and champion, and brings it home for the Nittany Lions.
Well, wait before
Pool, though.
before we go to the final, we need to do Michigan versus Cornell because they won their pool.
So Michigan versus Cornell is the final. That's the pool final, and then the
Oh,
winner
okay, I see
versus
what you're saying.
Iowa.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
cool.
So it's Michigan versus Cornell. So that's the 2 and 3 in your dual rankings then?
They will be, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well, we're moving the dual rankings.
We are.
Let's see.
We're
Because
doing
they
this
were 2 and 5.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay, so Cornell versus Michigan.
I gotta move the Cornell lineup around.
Why? Because we gotta have
I just
Yanni.
forgot to put the new one in there. You want Yanni at 49, right?
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. And Saunders will be the 41. So it's an interesting dual meet.
And I think we decided Julian Ramirez here.
Yeah, we'll go with Julian.
Yes, we did.
Everything looks good.
Okay, let me copy and paste this over.
Okay, so we've got starting it out. Jack Medley of Michigan taking on Vito Arujau of Cornell. This is a pretty simple one. Vito.
I think it's pretty simple.
This is a bonus opportunity for Cornell. We should kind of just note that in case it becomes a 5-5 scenario.
Mm-hmm.
At 33, Stevan Micic versus LaJoy or Mumi.
Stevan.
One or the other. And
Bonus
this is a
situation.
definite bonus situation. Oh, boy. Here we go. Josh Saunders, Joey Silva.
Every time.
Every time. This guy's in fire matches. That's it. He's in fire. This is a fire match.
Josh Saunders.
I'm going Joey Silva.
Of course you are, Christian. Of course.
This is a close match.
I'm going to go with Silva here. I'm going to go with Silva.
Oh, you are, Kyle?
Overruled.
Come on, man.
You're just hate picking. You're just hate picking. This isn't freestyle.
Josh Saunders beat Dom Demas.
When?
That happened.
At the Open?
At the U.S. Open.
Okay.
Didn't it?
Yeah. But I didn't think it happened.
That did happen.
Did happen. Freestyle. Things happen in freestyle that don't happen in folk style.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a good match, though, for sure. Kanan Storr versus Yanni D. This match has happened, I believe, at least in high school, for sure it happened. And
I think that was another journeyman match.
Yeah. Yanni, I think
he pinned him.
he obviously won. I think he cradled him and pinned him.
135-pound finals, the 2015 Journeyman Classic.
Kanan Storr wrestled everywhere.
Yes,
this guy entered all tournaments possible. He tried to enter a Masters Division tournament one time. They said, Kanan, just enter the regular Open.
The old guy?
Oh, yeah. He caught him in a cradle.
Yeah.
He was up 4-0 when he did it. But
oh, boy.
Yep. I'm turning it on also.
It's pretty tight little cradle situation.
This was a fire journeyman. This was when Suriano lost to Vito.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Late reversal type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Vito's kind of got Suriano's number. Beat him a couple times, huh?
Beat him twice. Vito's got some wins.
He's 2-1 against Vito, or against Suriano since 2015.
That building that they have the journeyman in, that's a pretty damn cool building, huh?
I've never been in it. I've only seen the videos. But yeah, it looks cool. Have you been there, I guess?
Yeah, I did. We went there maybe 2 years ago. I did that little clinic with the jiu-jitsu guy.
Danaher, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then the tournament was really good also. I think we took 5 guys maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
4 guys? Yeah.
4 guys, burgers, and fries. Okay, Will Luan versus Colt Yapoujian. I guess you got to go with Luan here. This is definitely a really close match because Yapoujian is a hard guy to score on. Oh, man. This is 2 super talented freshmen here, both unranked, but who do you go with? Cam Amin versus Julian Ramirez. This is a big match.
Did they wrestle last year or no?
They did, and Cam Amin decked him in 247.
What?
We have that match. I wonder if we can pull it up.
Did we?
Oh, we should, right? Edinburgh Open?
I don't know if we did it last year.
Oh, snap. What a mistake.
Jeez.
Well, we'll see if we have the match. If not,
we got it.
We got the match.
We totally did it. JK.
Man, don't mess with me like that.
Totally remember what happened.
All right,
Yanni just hit an elbow pass slide by on Kanan Storr. It was fantastic.
He's real good. All right, it was scoreless in the first. Late into it. What should we just send this to Tyler Safet?
Oh man, that was Ramirez in on the shot too.
Ramirez in on a shot.
What did you jack him with?
I'm gonna send this to Tyler.
We'll send it to Tyler. You can come up with a name for it. It's not the most graceful of pinfalls, but it happens. Yes,
that's it.
Tyler's so good. I
didn't even have to send him the link.
He's like professionalizing us. Like we wanted to show this video, and he like reaches out to the people so that we can show them. We were just like, hey, just play this tweet. All right, so you can go to
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful, Yanni. Yanni is beautiful.
I need your focus here. go a little more towards the end there, Tyler.
Can't help it.
Keep going.
Another big jump.
Keep jumping.
Okay,
there
right
we
here.
go. All right, so Ramirez in on the shot here, and Amin just kind of has like a whizzer overhook here, and just I don't know, falls down.
That was like we call that the weeble wobble. You weeble and you wobble, which will fall down. He's right on his back from the weeble wobble.
Weeble wobble? Oh wait, and then he ends up with a reverse. Okay, so it takes a little bit.
That was not good by Julian Ramirez.
Looks like he just kind of lost his balance a little bit there.
The weeble wobble.
The weeble wobble technique.
The ref's in the way here. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but we kind of understand what happens here, and there's the pin. So I guess based on this, it's hard to pick anything but Cam Amin. He was actually the way I was leaning prior to seeing this, so All right. We'll go with that. Oh, how about this one? Funky Fresh Chris Foca versus Logan Massa.
That's
This
fun.
is a fun match. This is a really fun match.
Yeah. I think you got to pick Massa though.
Wow. You don't want to.
I'd rather pick Foca, but there's no justification.
You can't justify it. Ben's going to bring up Neil Richards for the 45th time.
I did not say his name. I don't think that he has a fireman's carry. I don't think he's got a fireman's carry, does he? Massa.
No, because he probably talked to Max Askren, who told him he'd have to do push-ups.
He got it beat out of him.
Daggone it. I can't believe I thought about that. Well, I was thinking about that last night or this morning. I was like, I can't believe Max Askren does that.
They keep you up last night.
We should have Max on to argue with you, and I would be so entertained by the whole segment.
I would if you could set it up, I would love to. Max is
really?
Yeah, of course. Max is great. I mean, I just like to hear his justification for it.
That would be.
He's the national champion.
I've heard the argument. His argument is that kids become reliant on it at a young age, and then they never graduate to moves that are much better, and they could become too reliant. So he's gonna not allow that to happen. That would be his argument.
Well, that's where coaching comes in. It's like, okay, hey,
that would be my argument.
Yeah, I think there's all kinds of moves that are reliant. I think almost any move you could probably become overly reliant on. I guess a single leg you can't, but if you only have one setup to a single leg, it's probably could be equally problematic. Yeah. I agree. Okay, but yeah, I'd be happy to talk to him about it.
Hey, I got a text from someone saying, "No way, Karchla over Labriola."
No way.
No way.
Oh, was it from
Dr. Brian Snyder?
I can't disclose who it was from.
So Dr. Brian Snyder says no way.
No way.
No way. Listen, there's a chance he's very right about this. I think Labriola is outstanding. I think Karchla is outstanding. Let's have them wrestle each other.
Yeah, I hope they do. For real. Not just in fake matches.
But did we do Starocki versus Labriola?
They did not compete against. They didn't pick that duel.
Who would you pick in that one, Ben?
Listen, if Kemmerer's not there, I'm going Starocki for the title next year.
Man, can't wait for that Starocki versus Starocki final. That's going to be electric. All right, so we're going Massa over Foca, and then Max Dean over Jelani Embry. Oh, boy. Look at this 197 match.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, I'm not even ready. Miles Amin versus Ben Darmstadt. This is not a good match up for either of them, really.
I think Miles Amin would be just fine.
Yeah, I'm kidding. He's gonna destroy him.
Wow.
You said it about your son?
Listen, you gotta tell the truth sometimes.
You don't tell the truth about Joey Silva.
I do tell the truth. Yeah. No, that's the problem. I do tell the truth. Y'all don't want to hear or understand the truth about Joey Silva. There is a chance though that Miles could take one shot too many, make one little mistake, and he's gonna get hit with some funky fresh, not fundamental stuff, and end up on his back. But I don't know if he's maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm overstating Miles' advantage here. And overreacting to amazing freestyle results.
It'll be competitive because Darmstadt will be able to force some of the scrambles, but man, I would say Miles Amin's going to win.
Yeah,
tough match for Ben.
We'll say it's a 9-9 tiebreaker 2 match that Amin wins by decision, and then Mason Paris versus. Ooh, this has not gone well for the Big Red, and Mason Paris over Luis Fernandez. We're contractually obligated to make that pick. So if you're looking for, how could Cornell have won this? Saunders over Silva. Yapujian over...
We picked Joey Silva. This is crap.
Yapujian over... Honestly, it's a winnable duel for Cornell. I know it's ended up 7-3, but Saunders, Yapujian, Ramirez make it 6-4. And Darmstadt is going to be the number 2 ranked guy coming into the season, number 2 or number 3 with Amin. So There's definitely a path for them to win this, even though we concluded 7-3. Very close match. Fun duel. Hope it actually happens. There's a lot of matches I would love to see, including Ben Darmstadt versus all these guys.
Can we, one request real quick. Can we do Penn State versus Nebraska?
Yeah.
We didn't do that one.
We didn't do Penn State-Nebraska.
That would really help determine this order here.
Okay, we got to do Penn State-Nebraska for the rankings perspective.
And we didn't do Penn State-Cornell. But what if you're going to screw yourself here, Kyle, because it's going to be like a three-way where one beats one.
Yeah, I'm already screwed. That's why Cornell was where they were at the beginning, because I think Penn State beats them. And
we also have to do Nebraska versus Penn State.
That's what right? The one I was saying to do.
Oh, but then what about Cornell Penn State?
Yeah. We're so screwed.
You got to do both of those.
Not good. Not good.
What do we do here?
What else do we got to do?
We got none.
He's right. We don't have anything else to do. Let's at least do one. Let's at least do one more. And then we'll do Q's from S. And then we'll save
Iowa and the other one for
Tuesday. Yeah. We ain't got nothing but time.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, who do we want to put it at 165?
Let it not be said. Yeah,
I'm putting John Heinrich.
I guess so. Sounds like we have to.
He was 2-3 last year, so there's that.
All right. See, I told you the lineup. They should bump Rob up.
You can call it audible and tell Coach Snyder he doesn't know how to coach, and you're bumping him up.
Well, I'm not gonna tell him that because that's not true. Very good coach, but it doesn't make sense to me. But maybe Rob's not 65, and you think he can win? Do better at 57. I get that. Okay, so
they have Heinrich. You have Elise Brownton, who you just signed, who'll be a true freshman, and then Dalton Peters is the only other 165 listed.
John Heinrich's got some hair, though.
Yeah.
All right.
He's an Iowa boy.
Akron, Iowa.
You mentioned Bubba Wilson as one of the guys at 165 too.
Oh, okay. He's listed at 157 on the roster, but okay.
Okay. So the group there that.
Is he related to Austin Wilson? I think I asked this earlier, and I think they're not related.
I think so. I thought he was actually.
So Bubba Wilson was 19-1 last year as a red shirt. So let's go with Bubba Wilson.
I think we found our 65 boys. We're going to go with Bubba. Bubba Wilson. So, okay, this is Nebraska-Penn State, you say? Right?
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Starts with Liam Cronin versus Brandon Meredith. Pretty simple one here. Easy start.
Liam Cronin.
Liam of Croton. Bracky's
having a hard time. For Joe Williamson in the chat because he's coming to my home courts this weekend. He's going to get the business.
Oh. Didn't he beat you one time? And don't you
like 5 in a row?
Yeah. What was that story?
It was team. No, it was team. It was a team. Oh. Four of us went on disc golf road trip. That was my first vacation in like 8 years after I won the national title in 2006. And I don't know how these dudes started beating. So it was me and another guy, me and Gabe, him and Marcus, and somehow they started beating us. And I went on freaking tilt and lost my mind. They won like 4 games in a row. And the last one I told them if they beat me, I'd give them my Hodge trophy. Because there was no way they were going to beat me. And they won like -8 to -7 or something like that. And so he's been trying to claim the Hodge for the last decade and a half, and I refuse to give it to him.
You bet your Hodge trophy?
Oh, how was that, sure, Christian?
Wow. That belief. Back to the belief.
Yeah.
Okay. 33, Ridge Lovett versus RBY. RBY beat him pretty good in the duel. Hit him with that cradle. Yes. It was a kind of a close-ish match, I think, for a little bit there. And then RBY pulled away, and what should have been a decision, and locked up a near side, I think, and rolled through and wound up getting the major. So got to go with the win there for RBY. And then Nick Lee versus Chad Red once again. These guys have had some battles through the years. They had a great match at Big Tens. Chad Red wrestled Nick Lee really well, but it's Nick Lee.
Yeah, you got to define what month this is in.
Well,
this is in February.
It's a February duel.
Late February.
It's on a Sunday.
Late February.
Sunday.
Right,
It's cold out.
It's gonna make it really close. It's gonna be like
November
4-3.
Chad Red is not always on fire.
It's not gonna be good.
And he's certainly not March Chad Red.
Marsh Chad Red.
He's really good.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
Okay, then Verclaren versus Davenport or Brock Hardy. This is a toss-up match, but I kind
I'm
of
going
want to
for clear.
Man, I want to go Davenport. I like.
Real?
Yeah.
Let me look at his record from last year.
He beat somebody legit because then he tried a backflip and remember it didn't work out.
What? The man didn't land his backflip.
Hang on, I'm gonna find it. I gotta remember who the match was against first.
He had 3 losses. He got majored by Deegan. He got pinned by Dante Rodriguez.
Dante
and
Rodriguez
he
is kind of
lost.
a pinner.
No, the other one's a medical forfeit. Let's see. Who did he beat that was good?
Polmeyer. I think it was Polmeyer. He pinned Polmeyer, and I think he tried the backflip and it didn't.
At Daktronics. Hank Polmeyer. Yeah, that's a good win.
That's a
Polmeyer's
good win.
really solid. I'm going with him. I think he's got the
Stop.
upside. What? You act like it's audacious that someone would beat Jared Verclaren.
Oh, we gotta play this. What's so funny?
Oh, God. You're not doing this to him, are you?
When did you become such a Verclaren
No,
truther,
he
Ben?
plays it off so well.
Did I tell you about my Verclaren story?
No.
I got good stories, Christian. Are we doing this backflip thing or what?
It's coming. It
Tyler's
takes a
got it.
second.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell you the Verclaren story when we get this up. So I went the first year I ever went to out to PA to do a camp for young guns, Jody and John. So I do the morning session, and a whole bunch of them dudes come in that made that. I think it was a cadet or junior world team. You know, Spencer, Gavin, Jared, because they came in to work out for lunch. So I'm like, okay, I want to get a workout in, and dude, I probably put Verclaren in about 47 cradles, and then we're done and we're sitting there, and he goes, "Man, you're good at scrambling. Usually I out scramble everybody." I was like, "Yeah, tough day, I guess." Like he
had no idea who you were?
None at all. He's like, "Yeah, usually I out scramble everyone, but you really got me today."
What is it about some kids that they do the sport and they don't follow it?
I don't know. No
Coach,
idea.
I forget who it was, but Coach Goodale's like, yeah, this guy, it was like one of his ranked guys. It might have been Nick Gravini. He's like, he probably doesn't know who Dan Gable is. Like, he just doesn't know. But he's really good at wrestling. It's like, what? It's like someone wrestling you. Well, Ed Ruth has the story where he was,
Ruth knows nothing.
When Kale came
wrestling.
there, he's like, I don't know. I know much about him, but that wrestling was like, oh, this dude's pretty legit. Well, yeah, it's the greatest folk styler ever, Ed.
All right, we got the video here of Davenport pinning Polmeyer, and then the backflip kind of failed, but he laughed it off really well.
That's okay. It's there's nothing wrong. Is he going? Oh, I thought he was gonna go spladle.
Yeah, it looked like, but then
the cradle.
Oh,
he snapped up that cradle
I
real
liked
quick.
it. Oh, there he went. Oh, I'm all
that
in.
was nice. Keep on.
I know where this
I love
is
a
going.
good cradle.
Hey, do you go
Come on,
knee in
Rev,
the bottom,
slap the
knee in the
mat. What are you
side?
staring at?
Do you think you
No,
should go?
that's failure. You gotta go.
failure?
You gotta go right here. You gotta go right there against good people.
In the armpit?
Bottom knee in the armpit?
In the armpit. Yeah.
Okay.
Side. You know, it hurts a little bit, but no one in D1 level is just gonna put their shoulders down because it hurts.
Man, this ref really thought about this for a long time.
Yeah, he's like,
huh?
I'm not sure.
There he goes. Finally
Oh,
called
here we
it.
go.
Uh-oh.
He's palm.
Uh-oh.
We're ready.
Oh!
Oh!
Good little double knee slide.
He got some serious height, but there was no rotation on that
Yeah,
one.
that was the thing. He would jump straight up, and then he's like, I should do a backflip right now. That was interesting because he clearly can do backflips. Like, he jumped very high.
that was so much height. I want to watch it one more time. What's Tyler doing?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, forget it.
Okay. So, I don't know what. Yeah, I'm going. Listen, you're not going with Kevon
I'm
over
going for Clarence.
Wow, just because you
Exactly.
scrambled him.
I'm going to keep on.
Oh, there it is.
This time he sticks to landing.
Dr. Snyder, why don't you make fun of Ben for picking against Kevon? Okay. Peyton Robb versus Brady Berge. I will go with Peytonius here. Both Minnesota guys, right? Originally.
I'll go Peyton. I think they're definitely both Pinnacle guys.
Wow. Pinnacle buddies. But yeah, Rob, a little healthier, better season last year, and for that reason. But this is a toss-up. If Berge gets it going, I feel like all last year I was like, if Berge, and it never wound up happening. But I believe in his talent. There's some guys I just have you just kind of hang on.
Oh, I see why you did this duel. You guys just wanted to do Starocki versus
No, I want you to help decide my order.
No, it's literally just to do Bracky's job.
Who'd we pick here?
You want Coach Snyder to be mad at me?
Peyton. If you want to do my job, you guys can do 11 through 25 because that was a lot of fun figuring out.
Okay. Next up, Bubba Wilson, who we just named the starter, alert Coach Manning, versus Joe Lee. And I guess we got to go with Joe Lee, even though Bubba Wilson, 19-1, that's impressive. Did he have any?
Let me look at the wins, yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, heard a little something there.
What was that?
I don't know. I think Tyler's in danger. It's probably fine. Don't worry about it.
Tyler's getting kidnapped.
But the show's going on. It'll be fine.
He beat Carson Brolsma.
Brolsma, that's the
Casper
thing.
McIntosh, I think, started for a little bit from Minnesota. He did his one loss was to Baylor Fernandez.
By Baylor Fernandez.
Wasn't Baylor Fernandez the one that
he beat
Brayton Lee in the wrestle off? Yeah. He turned Brayton Lee in the wrestle off and everyone was losing their minds. I wonder if he got turned. Baylor Fernandez must be good on top.
Yeah.
Baylor Fernandez is good. He was a really good high school wrestler.
Okay. So that's it. He did fine, but I'll give it to Joe Lee.
Yeah.
Bubba Wilson will be solid at 165. Okay. Carter Starocki, Mike Labriola. We know what Ben's doing.
Go Starocki. I'd go to the national title.
National champion, Carter Starocki.
Man.
What are you doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I think Starocki wins.
All right.
Call me.
Oh. Coach, I'm about to get some angry text messages if he's listening.
I never thought two PA boys too. Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, Brooks Vins. Gotta go Brooks after his pinfall at Big Tens. Even though Vins did beat him at the duel.
I'm going Aaron Brooks.
Aaron Brooks. Okay.
Yeah, Aaron Brooks.
Beard Schultz. Gotta go Schultz here, right?
Yeah, he was great last year.
Very good, very good. And then
5'4", going to heavy.
Kirkfleet over Lance.
Yep.
Man. So, that makes Penn State the winner here. A few things would have given them the win, right?
Well, I know Nebraska fans are going to be pissed about us picking Starocki over Labriola.
74-84 is this duel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, but look, Chris, there's number 3 versus number 5, number 11 versus number 18, number 17 versus number 13. There's a whole bunch of good matches here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is a great duel, and I originally had Nebraska over them because
I'm sure Starocki.
I had Rob at 65 beating Joe Lee.
Yeah.
That could be.
You could have Brock Hardy over Berge.
And I don't know if we picked Labriola over Starocki or not. Maybe I did.
You probably did.
Yeah.
Then we started drinking all the Starocki Kool-Aid. That was it.
Yeah, man. That's a good duel. That's a fun duel. I want to watch it.
Man, it's kind of crazy though. Like he kind of hasn't beaten anyone, right?
Who?
What's his best win?
Starocki? No. Well, he didn't have the chance to though.
Well,
listen. He passes the eye test. I watched this guy wrestle, and I said, "Oh my God, he's flipping good. I'm in."
Yeah, I know.
I could be totally wrong, but that's pretty rare.
He beat Neil Richards 9-2. He beat Neil Richards 9-2.
There's not very many people who I've watched and I said, "Oh my God, that guy is really good," and then they're a bum. That's very rare for me to have that happen.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think it happened here. So Penn State beat Nebraska, so they're reclimbing the duels. Bracky's still gonna have some things to sort through.
Who's the last one we got? So wait. So Cornell beat Nebraska and Penn State beat Nebraska. Oh, so Nebraska's going from number 3 to number 5.
Yeah. And then Penn State will go to 3.
Well, we got to do Cornell, Penn State then.
Yeah, we do. That's
Monday,
the one. That's the one
Tuesday.
we'll do Tuesday. And then the winner versus Iowa.
Yeah, Michigan versus Iowa. So we got a first place match. We got a third place match on Tuesday.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, everybody.
Okay.
John, I love John Kozak's in our make believe world here because you said that Strachey didn't beat anyone, and then Kozak said he just beat Massa yesterday.
He's funny.
That's fun.
All right. Let's go to questions from friends. We have some friends, not many. We haven't met these people, but we call them our friends. Actually, do we want to play that D11 Sports video? Have you seen this video, Ben?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's going to fire you up. Let's play this. We'll give Tyler a moment to pull this thing up. It's a coach. So D11 Sports. Oh. It's a coach talking about the. You got it pulled up here. See, this guy will speak better than me, so we'll just go for it. It looks like it's ready.
Yeah, sports. I've seen this
really
video.
About our society, and this is a critical element in our society. Not just the athletics, but also the same kids who are in band, or the same kids who are in the science club after school. These are structures that are very important. They provide opportunities for these kids to excel. And look, when I hear things like it's not worth the risk. First of all, as a coach, I have had the opportunity to watch this football team at Bedford prepare for this year. And we told them, if you wear your mask, you social distance at meetings, split your time in the weight room. They've done all those things. We said, if you follow these protocols, you will have the opportunity to play. To now come back to them and say, you've done everything right, but you know what, we still don't have the will to let that happen. And I think back to those words, it's not worth the risk. We know, most of us up here have either played or been a part of athletics. We understand that there's inherent risk to what we do. That's why there's an ambulance that sits out by the football fields on Friday night. We know that there is risk, but always that risk-benefit reward ratio has always been left up to the families to determine, is this worth the physical risk? Well, I don't see any difference in that now. And quite frankly, the governor has himself said, when he was out in a protest in the streets of Harrisburg, he said when asked, did you follow your own protocols? He goes, no, I didn't, because I felt the cause was worth the risk. Well, we cannot just allow one person in Pennsylvania to discern for everyone which causes are worth the risk and which are not. That decision needs to be left up to parents, and it needs to be left up to families. Is it worth the risk? I believe that in my case it is. Maybe some other people don't. But at the end of the day, if we're going to leave that decision only up to one person, then we have a problem that's far greater than COVID-19.
Boom.
Man, that was well said. That was so well said.
Well said. Thanks to D11sports.com for that video. Sports are worth the risk.
Yeah, and I get people neglect the other side too, Christian, when they say, well, there's this risk of corona, but the canceling of everything that's been canceled, including youth athletics, there's been increased depression, there's been increased suicide, increased drug use, increased child abuse. Those are all factual. I'm not making those up. You guys can look those up for yourself. All of those things have been increased since the start of corona and lockdowns. And so I believe, unfortunately it's very politicized, but they try to just say the risks on this one side, and they are not weighing the risks on the other side either. So, I think everything should be well balanced. And the guy said really well, in America, a lot of what makes our country great is freedom. A lot of what makes our country great is the individual choice to balance risk versus reward and make those choices for yourself. And they don't have those freedoms in other countries. And, I think a lot of people haven't studied enough history to realize what happens when our freedom is taken from us. And, they go study the Soviet Union in the mid-1900s, or China in the mid-1900s, or Cambodia, right? All these other countries who've had those, all their freedoms taken from them. And it is really crazy that some people think that we should head in that direction. Those people who think we should head in that direction absolutely have not studied history. So that was well said. That was a great speech. Glad you guys played that.
Yes, absolutely. All right, now for real questions from friends. This is a good one from Michael Scarn at Beach Day Sumo. Interesting combo there. At Ben Asker, what was your deep-rooted belief that allowed you to separate yourself from the field and become the champion in your last 2 years of college? CP and Bracky, what are your deep-rooted beliefs that have got you to where you are?
So I think that's interesting. So, obviously I did this book after, I had already had a lot of level of success. So I can tell you my belief evolved throughout my life. So when I sucked, when I was no good on the beginning, all I knew is I was willing to outwork anybody. Right. And I think in my high school life, I was off the mat for like 20 days. Right. So I backed it up. Right. I didn't just talk about it. I was literally on the mat like every single day. So my first belief was that I was going to outwork everyone, and given enough time, I would become better than them. Then after that, I developed a belief in my conditioning. And then I developed a belief in my scrambling. And then I developed a belief, the fact that I was going to outthink everybody. And so, right, by the time I get to my senior year in college, there's a whole bunch of these beliefs. And you know what? Funny enough, that thing I said about beliefs not being able to be disproved being important. Well, you notice that all of those beliefs you can't prove that. And right, it wasn't by design because I didn't know that was important. It just by chance, the conditioning thing can't be disproved. How hard I'm working. Although I to this day I still believe it can't be proved or disproved, right? The outthinking can't be proved or disproved, and the fact that if I had enough time, I was out, get better than everyone again can't be proved or disproved. So, I think it wasn't by design, but I ended up happening to have a bunch of really good beliefs.
That checks out.
Wow,
makes sense. Do you have any, Bracky?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm even talking on this.
Well, no, like not to that for wrestling, but just like I don't know.
In life,
Got you here. Life.
And this, guys, Maya, don't make me go off on a effing mental Monday here. But I am releasing a course next week. Shameful self-promotion. But I think life echoes wrestling, and that's one of the reasons I love wrestling so much is because it's an individual sport and it really does echo into what you want to do in life. And so it's like, obviously you guys are on we right are on one of the biggest podcasts of wrestling. So how do we get here? There has to be a certain path that you took to get here. And then it's like at anything, how do you want to get better? And it's like there's plenty of ways to get better. And obviously anyone, I'm sure you guys, whether you admit it or not, have some type of goals moving forward. And a lot of people are I don't know if embarrassed is the right word, but they're very shy about saying what they want to do in life, right? I want to accomplish this. I want to accomplish this. I want to accomplish this. A lot of people are shy about it, but the same things that made you good at wrestling will make you good at life or good at your job or good at whatever else it is.
Well, I would say for me, what I think got me to Flow and what I did truly believe very deeply was that no one in the world knew as much about current Division I college wrestling as I did at that time in terms of the rosters, the recruiting classes, the results. Like I would have known who Bubba Wilson was and what he did like through and through. And I really, again, it couldn't be proven or disproven, but I really thought nobody knows more Division I wrestling than me. So I could talk about it and write about it with real confidence. And I think that really helped me a lot. And then as I've been at Flow, I think that skill set has changed, and I don't think I know the most anymore because my job has sort of changed, and that's not really the thing I do. And I feel it on this show. Like I'm like, man, I don't know as much as I used to know because I used to know all this stuff back when I could really immerse myself. Now I feel like my thing I believe that I have real deep belief about is that I really know I have an innate instinct on what people want to read and watch about wrestling and what they're most interested in.
That's kind of your job, so that's important, right?
Yes, it's very important. And it's like it's not as easy to know because like Twitter's like totally fake and people think what's on Twitter is what people want, but it's really not. And so that's probably the thing I believe the most strongly in right now because I don't think I know the most about college wrestling anymore.
That's what you just said there is really funny, Christian, about what people see on Twitter is fake. I don't know if you've read the Jordan Peterson book, but I think it's really outstanding. But he talks, a lot about how people maybe are not putting everything forward, that there's their real true thoughts. And so like for you guys get to see all the metrics behind everything. You guys get to see every click essentially, right? Of what people do on your site. And so you know what the real answers are. And so then when you see things on Twitter, like I have a good guess at what's a lie and what's true, but you guys have the real answers on what's true and what's a lie. You know, if people say they don't want to see Austin Santo, then why do so many effing people click on his picture? Right? Or same thing with, say, Pat Downey. They say, I don't want to see anything about him, but they click. If there's an article about Pat Downey, they click on him in droves.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly.
That's true or false?
I'm
guessing it's true.
It is true.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, I haven't read Jordan Peterson's book, but
it's outstanding. I recommend
Twitter is very fake. That if he wrote those words, I agree with him. Twitter's fake.
I don't think he wrote those words.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I don't think Twitter's fake. I think Twitter's actually as real as it gets. I think certain people on Twitter are fake, and then you get to know that they're fake because you see what they're saying versus what they're doing, right? So you guys actually get to have very good insight into how fake they're being because you see both what they say and their actions kind of as an aggregate, right? As a total of what you're hearing on Twitter versus what you're actually seeing in real life. You get to see them, and most people just have to guess at those things.
Right, but it's not even that. It's not.
What?
It's not that I see the data or something like that. It has nothing to do with that. I just know. Take wrestling out of it. It's just. It's fake in that. Here's what's fake about it, and it's certainly not everything about Twitter is fake, right? Twitter used to be like my absolute favorite place to go online. I thought it was really fun, but what it does is it tricks people into thinking something is more or less true or false or and it makes people believe it. Only if you let it. But that's what's fake about it. A lot of people fall into the trap, right?
That's true. Because
that's what's fake.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Facebook, I would say. So I think on Twitter, right? Twitter's good because there's not an algo and you kind of get to see who you follow, essentially. And so, you know, if you try to follow people who are, at least for me, who are fairly well balanced, I don't want to follow someone who's way to one side or way to the other side. I want to follow people who are going to kind of give me the news on both sides. And lots of times, you know, they have their perspective, but sometimes they leave their perspective out of it. But Facebook is the place that's the worst for that because it has all the algos and it feeds you, you know, stuff which gives you a lot of confirmation bias. And so you start believing what you think is more true because the people around you, the people you're clicking on, watching, seeing, because they also believe that's true. And so it creates this funnel, right, where you get sucked into, and then it becomes an echo chamber, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. For example, like a couple weeks ago, basically wasn't really looking at mentions at all, and then muted and blocked, I don't know, probably under 20, 30 people. And
you got to mute and block people.
Yeah.
I do only mute. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the reason I found like blocking makes sense sometimes is like because people can, if you can read my tweets and reply to them, you completely derail the conversation that I'm trying to have, right? And make it about something else. So
interesting.
Yeah, so blocking sometimes is actually effective if I'm trying to have questions from friends and I don't want some idiot to derail that. It's like, I block you. You can't even reply to my tweets now, right? So I did that. So my point is I did that for under 30 people, right? And instantly my entire Twitter experience completely changed and everything felt quieter and not as bad because it was a really small number of people. It just feels bigger in the time when you're on there and you're looking at it, and it's literally can poison your brain, right? It's bad for you, and it's totally fake because your brain is tricked into thinking it's worse than it is, right?
Yeah, I think inherently we focus on the negative as people, right? It's like, Christian, you could go and you guys could say this from you coach Christian, or you could say this from coaches you you've interviewed, but they have a tournament and the tournament goes really well, and they're not focused on all the matches that you won. They're focused on those 2 that they lost that really pissed them off.
Of course. Yeah.
So inherently, we're kind of drawn to that, the things that are more negative in our brain.
True. That's absolutely a fact. I don't know why this guy asked this question, but maybe Bracky does. Why can't Bracky get the videos uploaded to YouTube in a timely fashion? Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, for some reason we've had trouble streaming to YouTube the past few weeks.
Oh.
And usually when we are able to stream to YouTube, the video just self-archives, and I don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
But now I'm having to upload it, and I'll forget to do it right away.
Got it. Well,
No
offense, City Wrestling guy, but we put the videos up on Twitter, Facebook, and the website. So it's not as though maybe you prefer the YouTube experience, which we understand, but it's not as though the show, and you can listen to on Spotify and iTunes. So it's not that hard to find the show if it doesn't make it to YouTube.
Yes.
So if Bracky doesn't prioritize that, a video which is available at 3 other places, who can fault the young man?
We are trying to figure out what's going on.
This is a young father.
With
he's raising a family.
With the streaming to YouTube, though.
And he's working on it. He's got his best people on it.
I want to add so something I found really interesting about Twitter, because Blake Barber said Facebook and Twitter both steer your traffic. It's the same model. And I said I don't think that Twitter does. I found it to be really interesting. So I have obviously a verified account and a lot of followers. I see almost 0 ads. And we started, me and the other guy who do the crypto podcast, we started an account for that. And it's got 2,000-ish followers. And I couldn't believe how many more ads were on that account. The couple times I scrolled through it, it was wild. I mean, probably, I would guess 5x, somewhere in there.
Do you think you see more or less ads because you have a lot of followers?
I think it has something to do with that, because it was a dramatically different experience from scrolling through my account and scrolling through that account. Were dramatically different. I could not believe how many ads. I couldn't take it. I didn't want to even look at that. I didn't want to look at that account anymore.
Ben, it's not necessarily true that there's no algorithm with Twitter, though. I'm pretty sure there is one, because it presents itself not in a time order, right? It's I'll open up my Twitter. It'll be something from yesterday that's towards the top. So they're doing something to prioritize. Yeah, let me open it right now.
I think they do. So if there'll be a what you miss sometimes, but I think the other that you do see every tweet, and it's in relatively real time. I'm sorry, not real time. What's the word I'm looking for? Where it's by time, right? So if I post at 6:33, chronological. Thank you.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you can put him by latest. I guess mine's basic.
So
it's sort of out of order, but it's not bad.
I don't think I have an algo on mine, but don't quote me on that.
Hey, there's us. What do you know? Okay. Next question. Oh, it's 9:34. We're doing good. Someone asked, for us to list our top 5 wrestlers of all time that you believe are not fan favorites, the villains, the top 5 bad guys. I think we've talked about this a little bit before. Some of the best villains.
It's a fun topic.
It is. The number one is Austin DeSanto right now, for sure.
Yes. Right now, we're talking about right now or all historically?
He said,
I seriously think all time.
He's the best. I think he's the GOAT.
Johnny Hendricks was. If there was social media, he was such a villain.
Mako, I'm sure, would have been a great one.
Mako was a great villain.
Mako would have been even bigger if we had social media, for sure.
Some of these guys, I think about that all the time. What would have happened if this dude was wrestling?
I think Metcalf would have been a bigger villain.
Oh yeah.
If
he was a big villain though.
I know, but it would have been even bigger if I know social media was kind of in its infancy then, but if it is what it is today.
Him being so good was very added to the mystique too, right?
Well, if the guy's a bum, no one really cares all that much. It's really
DeSanto's never placed top, top 3.
Okay.
But he's really good.
But he's really good, and he's beaten guys who've won national titles, right? He beat Seth Gross.
Yeah.
Beat Nick Sirianno. Beat Savon Meats, which has been in the NCAA final. Like, his wins are insane.
Yeah, he's beating a lot of dudes.
Yes. So, I mean, let's see. Okay, who we got? We got DeSanto, we got Metcalf, we have Steve Mocco, we have Johnny Hendricks. Who else?
That's a good group of 4.
Bubba Jenkins?
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
He wasn't really a villain. I mean,
he beat the babyface David Taylor, though.
I know, but that was like no one. I don't feel like people hated. I don't even feel like Penn State fans really hated Bubba until after the fact. That's when the talk really ramped up, right?
Yes.
Man, I don't know. I'm having a hard time coming up with a lot of villains. There's some people that that were just sort of disliked. We have 4.
Lightning Luke Smith says Pat Downey.
Downey, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's all right.
He wasn't an NCAA. This is an NCAA.
Yeah, he was an NCAA.
I mean, he was an NCAA All-American.
Sure, he wasn't like a big villain while he was in college.
Yeah, he really became. He elevated later on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anyone else really. Villains.
That's it. I mean, those are 4 really good ones, but yeah, we should.
I feel like Ashnault tried, but he was just kind of popular. Ashnault didn't mind partying on guys a little bit.
People loved the mobbing though.
Yeah, I know. For whatever reason.
Yeah, they loved him.
The
wasn't a
dirtier
bad
he
guy
was,
at
the
all.
more they liked him. He was like, he like did villainous things, within the sport, but everyone's like, this guy's great.
Yeah, they loved him. There was no villain in Ashnault.
There's no villain. Yeah, I can't even explain it.
It's not to be mobbing.
Yeah, he's great. So a really fun thing that I think it was a question, but it was like the best NCAA finals of all time in terms of like the best group of 10. That'll be a really fun thing to discuss over the last 10 years, like what the best.
Oh, I know which one I'd choose right away.
Which?
It was
18.
Oh my God, the one where Bo pinned Miles that year was wild.
18.
I'm sorry, where Miles beat Bo that year.
16.
What? Yes, that year. That year was awesome. Gwiz Snyder.
Oh my gosh.
That was a freaking awesome. Let me look it up. That year was freaking awesome.
I got it right here. Nico beat Gilman. Nico over Gilman. Nashon over Clark. Heil over Meredith. Rutherford majored Sorensen. Imar Nolf.
That was awesome. See, that match was awesome.
Great match. Ringer over Zeke Jordan. Miles over Bo. Gabe Dean over Dudley. Yes, it was. Jaden beat McIntosh pretty convincingly. And then Snyder Gwiz. Man, that is going to be tough to beat. That was a fire. In terms of not just good wrestlers, but exciting matches. We'll maybe dive a little bit deeper into that. But you might be right, Benjamin.
That was a good year.
Okay. Why don't we get the heck out of here, boys and girls? Call it a day. Call it a week. We'll be back next week for sure because no one's going anywhere. Do you have any more camps, Ben? Any more anythings?
Well, but we got some fun. We got a AWA only tournament this weekend. We did that so our kids could have some competition because they don't get any. So this will be our 3rd one of those. We got some sick brackets too. Not that you guys would know because it's Wisconsin kids. And then we got Spencer Lee Friday, Saturday. We got Alex Derringer Monday, Tuesday, and we have Evan Wick next Friday, Saturday.
Final introduction or final inclusion for the villain debate. Blake Barber is right. Gable Steveson is definitely a villain. He does try to. He's good at it too. I love the Gable.
The footwork.
Yeah,
being pushing the line a little bit with the
chippy,
stuff after
shovey.
the whistle and on the edge and not afraid to tell people how good he is too. Which,
I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Gable's great. Big Gable guy. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. 535, 536 coming at you Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Be safe. It's going to get better one way or the freaking other. Promise you. Bracky doesn't believe me, but it's going to happen.
I believe after the Big 12 put the football schedule out yesterday, I believe.
Shout out Bob Bowlesby. See you guys.
Shout out.